most of the people I hang out with have done a lot of climbing or kayaking or whitewater or sailing. And they'll say things like, I've skied a 45-degree slope, or I've jumped off of whatever, or I've climbed this. And they're like, that's not really that interesting to me anymore. What I want to do is go to the really, like, the scariest place. Like, I'm really comfortable out there conquering things. Mm-hmm. I'm really scared to be here. Right? Like, just here, quiet. Who am I? That's the unknown territory we wanted to explore. The unknown territory of, like, who are you? And especially, who are you when you don't hide behind, I wrote for the New York Times for 10 years. Like, so, but what I wanted to talk to you about today was sort of, it came out of the thinking that went on during that trip. And what we ended up having a lot of conversations around, and I'm going to put different language on it than I used there, but for this audience is this issue of alignment, aligning your use of capital. And when I use capital, there's always an asterisk that says time, money, energy, and attention. So aligning your use of time, money, energy, and attention with what's important to you. And it just got me thinking about the work that real financial advisors do, like helping people align. We ask these questions to uncover goals, and hopefully we go a little deeper even than that, like statement of purpose, Simon Sinek's Why, George Kinder's work. We get some sense of a deeper sense of purpose, and out of that flow a set of goals. So we've got this, like, I assume that we've gotten good at keeping our goals and values off clients' plans. So we've now got, like, the client has said, this is what I want. Yep. This is what's important to me. And then inevitably, because it's called being human,
we wander.
Yeah, there are our actions, and in this case, we're talking specifically about the client's actions. The client's actions don't always match what they said was really, what is actually really important to them. Like, we could go through a bunch of examples, but this goes all the way down to investment performance. Like a solid retirement, really important to me, or whatever. Not running out of money, really important to me. I'm scared when the market goes down. Like, that's a simple one. A more detailed one would be, like, I had this experience with a client that said, I really want to coach. Like, what's important to me is I really want to spend more time with my daughter. And the easiest way to do that would be to coach her soccer team. I can't right now because I've got to work so much. A couple years go by, has a paid off, boring car, comes in, wants to buy a new car. The new car would require a lease. So we've got this moment here.
Yep.
Where, wait, and what I want to talk about is,
if you're going to afford this, you're going to have to do more of the work stuff that you said you really didn't want to do as much because you were trying to spend more time with your daughter. But this is the path, like, this is the trap you're getting yourself in.
Exactly. So those are a couple of examples. So the question I really want to talk with you about is, like, isn't it interesting? And I like, for those of you who are just listening, I'm sort of trying to draw with my hands. I'm drawing a Venn diagram of use of capital in one circle and what's important to you in another circle. And we want those circles overlapping at least some. And we know that just by nature of being human, that overlap's going to change. Sometimes they're totally overlapped. Like, I remember one of those, Christmas Eve, dogs on the couch, watching a movie, the family all gathered together, perfect overlap. My use of capital was perfectly overlapped with what was important to me. Woke up the next morning, who bought all these presents? What, boom, the circles are spread apart again. Right. So what's interesting is when there's a gap, like what we just pointed out, there's inauthentic behavior going on. And my long-winded sort of framing of this question is, it's interesting to think about who has permission to enter that space. Yeah. Right. And you could point to a spouse, but we all know there's a strong disincentive for somebody to enter that space.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm just envisioning, like, there's a sign above the path to that space, and it says, Here there be dragons. Exactly.
Greetings, Carl Richards here. I think you just watched a little clip, right? And if you enjoyed that clip, I'm telling you what, you're going to love this thing I did. This thing is called a manifesto, and I wrote it, and it's short, and it's for you. And the manifesto is called Real Financial Planning, a Manifesto. And the reason I wrote it is because I don't know if you know this, but the people out there, I'm pointing out the window, the people out there, they don't know that you exist. They don't know how powerful at least the work that a real financial planner does. They don't know how powerful it is. They don't know. I've asked them. They don't even believe it exists. But you know who does know? Your clients, right? Because they've felt it. You know who else knows? Me and you. And so I wrote a little manifesto about it. The manifesto is for you. It's not for the people out there. It's for you. And it's to remind you of the power of the work you do, at least if you're a real financial advisor, right? You're changing people's lives. And if we can feel that way, then we have a chance, because in order for the people out there to know about the work you do, you've got to play in traffic. And guess what? Playing in traffic is scary. And I would much rather hide behind another spreadsheet or another calculator, or I need to figure out which CRM I should use. I'd much rather hide than do scary things, unless I'm feeling confident. And the manifesto is to help you feel confident, to remind you of the impact you have. So I'd love for you to have a copy. Just find the link and get yourself a free copy. Cheers, my friends.